Hi, second graders. Miss Diorio here from Citizenship Academy, and we are on Module 8, Lesson 4 today. So we're still working with shapes. Today you're going to be drawing a lot of shapes. We're going to focus on quadrilaterals today. Remember, quadrilaterals are a shape with 4 sides and 4 angles. Now, there's different types of quadrilaterals. There's specific types of quadrilaterals. We're going to talk about rectangles, rhombuses, parallelograms, and trapezoids today, and you're going to get a chance to learn how to draw them. So for today's lesson, you're going to need a paper and pencil and something to write with. So I'm going to use my whiteboard and my marker. If you have paper and pencil, go ahead. Whiteboard marker doesn't matter to me. You're going to need that. You're also going to want a ruler if you have one. It's not the end of the world if you don't have one, but if you do, it might be helpful to grab it. And then you're going to want an index card or a piece of paper, something with a corner that looks like this to help you draw today. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video, go grab those things, and come back when you're ready. Okay, we're going to start today like we did yesterday by practicing our addition. Again, you can use the place value chart or you can just use the algorithm. Either way, doesn't matter to me, whatever you're more comfortable with. Just make sure you show your work to solve. So your first problem today is going to be 167 plus 47. So go ahead, pause the video, and solve it in the way that works best for you. Ready? So I'm going to solve it first with a place value chart. On my place value chart, I'm going to have 100, 6 tens, 7 ones. And then I'm going to draw 4 tens, 7 ones underneath it. Now I can add 7 ones plus 7 ones is going to give me 14 ones. So I'm going to bring my 4 down, carry my 10 ones over to the tens place. Now I have 6 tens plus 4 tens plus 1 10. That'll give me 11 tens. Again, I'll bring my 1 10 down, bring my 10 tens over, add it to my 100. I get 2 hundreds, 1 10, 4 ones, 214. Thumbs up if you got it. Good job. All right, let's try this one. 285 plus 38. I'll solve this one with the algorithm. But again, if you want to use the place value chart, by all means, go ahead. All right, let's go over it. So we're going to add 2 hundreds, 8 tens, 5 ones, plus 3 tens, 8 ones, gives us 3 hundreds, 2 tens, 3 ones. There's how you would solve it with the algorithm, which gives us 323. Awesome job. All right, let's do one more. 234 plus 67. Again, solve in the way that best works for you. Pause and come back when you're done. All right, so we're adding 2 hundreds, 3 tens, 4 ones, plus 6 tens, 7 ones. We're going to end up with 3 hundreds, 0 tens, and 1 1, which gives us 301. Awesome job. All right, let's go over what we've learned so far. We know quadrilaterals, right? 4 sides, 4 angles. It's a 4-sided polygon. Now, within quadrilaterals, there are different shapes that have specific names, okay? So quadrilaterals, 4 shapes, 4 sides. All of the shapes we're going to talk about today also have 4 sides, 4 angles, okay? The first one's a trapezoid. Can you say the word trapezoid? So what does a trapezoid look like? It's a quadrilateral with at least one pair of parallel sides. We're going to go over parallel sides in a little bit, but parallel sides or parallel lines are lines that will never touch each other, okay? These 2 lines will never touch each other. They're going to go on and on forever, never touching each other. These 2 lines will go on and on forever, never touching each other. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of parallel lines. So a trapezoid has 1 pair of parallel lines. Parallelogram, 2 pairs of parallel lines. Another way to remember that, the word parallel is right in it. So 2 pairs of parallel lines. Then we have a rectangle. which you've probably heard of before. A rectangle is a quadrilateral with 4 square corners. This is why I asked you to get the paper or the index card. A square corner is a corner that looks like this. This index card is a rectangle. These corners, if I draw it in, we'll make a square. Then we have squares, of course. A square is a special rectangle with sides that are all the same length and square corners. Okay, so a rectangle just has square corners. Square, all the sides are the same length. So let's do that one more time. We have trapezoids, parallelograms, rectangles, squares, all quadrilaterals, and a rhombus. Last one. A rhombus has 4 sides that are all the same length, but no square corners. So all square, all sides same length, square corners. Rhombus, 4 sides, same length, no square corners. Okay, so like I just said, we called it in the corners on index cards square corners. See those corners there, how they would make a square? Those are square corners. We're going to use our index cards to help us draw a quadrilateral with 1 square side. Okay? So, on your paper, what I would love for you to do is you're going to take your index card, take your paper, whatever you're using, and you're going to use that, you're going to outline that to help you draw a square side. Now from there, they just said 1 square side, so it doesn't matter if the rest of our sides are square sides, but I want to make sure we have 1 square side on the shape that we're drawing. So go ahead and use your index card and try and draw a shape with 1 square side. And pause and take as long as you need. All right, on this page, we just circle the shape with 4 square sides, 4 square corners. If you put your index card or you put your paper up to this shape, you'll see that the corner fits exactly inside of the corner. Okay? Ooh, and there's a quadrilateral with 1 square side. If your quadrilateral did not look the same, totally fine. They just wanted 1 square side. As long as it has 4 sides, 1 square side, we're good to go. All right, like I said before, lines that do not touch and will never touch are parallel lines. See how these lines are going like this? Go do that with your hands. They're never going to touch. They might go like this. Never going to touch. They move in the same direction, never touch each other. Those are parallel lines. Which one of these shapes has parallel lines? Good. That one right there. Those 2 lines are never going to touch. They're parallel. It also has another set of parallel lines. These 2 lines never going to touch. They're parallel. Good. All right. Let's practice drawing quadrilaterals, given some clues. So, grab your paper. Let's try this. The quadrilateral we're going to draw has parallel lines. What are parallel lines? Good. Lines that never touch. So let's draw. Let's draw a set of parallel lines. I'm going to draw mine like that. And I'm going to connect. So our blue lines on the screen are parallel. Quadrilaterals are trapezoids, so we just drew a trapezoid if they have 1 pair of parallel lines. Right? So if you have a ruler, do this with your ruler. If not, don't worry about it. Try this. Ready? Draw 2 parallel lines that are each 8 centimeters long. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to draw 8 centimeters long. Boop. Just like that. All right? Boop, 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 boop. Then you're going to draw another line like this, and another line like that, and we are going to get a parallelogram. 2 pairs of parallel lines. All right, this shape is going to have two parallel lines and two longer sides. What shape would this be? A rectangle, good. And this special rectangle is the last shape we're going to draw. All four corners are going to be square corners and all the sides are going to be the same length. Go ahead and draw that, and then I want to know what shape that is. Good, that's going to be a square. A quadrilateral with four sides that are all the same length is a square. So this was an introduction to quadrilaterals, four-sided shapes, okay? It's important to remember what parallel lines are and what square corners are, because that's going to help us identify the different types of quadrilaterals we learned about in this lesson. Good job today, and I will see you tomorrow.